Hi, lovely. Hope you're having a good day. I wanted to come on today and talk to you. I have been thinking a lot today on just heartbreak and how that really affected me with my manifestation in love, and how I got over having really bad heartbreak and feeling pretty down in the dumps and just really low, and how I started to change my life around and really get over the heartbreak and call in an amazing love. And so I wanted to share today how that kind of went for me and how I believe it can help you. And I believe if you found this, that things don't happen by accident, everything happens for a reason. So hopefully there's a cool message in here for you. And if you are feeling any heartache or heartbreak, I'm sorry for you. Like, it's the worst, honestly. It's not the best to go through, but you're not alone, and you can definitely slowly heal and overcome those aches and pains. And yeah, I just want to share how what worked for me so that you can be feeling your best, and you can also change your vibrations so that you feel like you're loved and know you're loved, and you can call in that perfect love um, and your soulmate. So yeah, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was, when you're manifesting, I believe that whatever you're thinking and whatever you're feeling, it's not always what you're thinking, but more of the vibration and like your emotions and what you're feeling. That's what's calling in your new reality. And so when we're feeling heartbroken or feeling sad, or just waking up and constantly thinking about a past relationship or a person, maybe it wasn't even a relationship, and just feeling really sad and hurt by it, or just feeling really alone, obviously that's not the best energy to stay in for a long time. First of all, because it sucks and it doesn't feel very good and feels really just down in the dumps and a bummer, but also because it's going to create more of those feelings of loss or feelings of separateness and feeling alone. So the way that I would suggest getting over this, and you might not want to hear it, is either stop thinking about this person that you cared so much about and try to let your thoughts go to better feeling places, or try to just give your thought to the happy places of the relationship or of this person. The problem is that usually, like, when we break up with someone, we can either think of all the bad things, and that's why we're confirming to ourselves that we broke up with them, or we can think of all the amazing things, and that can really make us feel sad as to why we're not with them. And I tend to be the person that always thinks of all the good things. Even when the person was bad, I would still think of all the little good things. And I guess that's because I'm tend to be more optimistic and positive. But either way, 333 on the clock. And 333 on the clock just to me really means when your body, mind, and soul's align. It just, to me, it means that, you know, you have to be feeling out if it's okay to think about the good parts of a relationship. If you're feeling about the good parts of a relationship and you're just happy about that and you're good, then I wouldn't say you have to not think about, your heartbreak or the relationship or what went on, or like them as a person. Maybe you didn't date them, but you just loved everything about them that you had gotten to know. If you can do that and not feel the fact that you feel lost or separate from it, then it's fine. But often I find, like with friends and with myself, when I would think about that person, then I would go into this feeling of, oh, well, they're not here, they're not in my life, and I would just feel really sad about it. So you have to kind of choose. Are you able to still think about them a bit in only a good way and it not turn into those bad feelings? Or can you fully just decide to not be in the pain of that anymore and choose not to wake up thinking about them every day? And I think sometimes we think, oh, if we think about them or if we do this, that's actually manifesting them into your life. Well, I'm afraid, but to tell you, that's not manifesting them into your life because you're feeling the separateness. So you're still thinking about the separateness. So the only way to call in union is to either find union and happiness within yourself, or to only think of the positive union moments, you know? So it's a tricky thing, but I hope you guys get what I'm throwing out there, is that you have to kind of pick and choose if you're gonna just fully drop the thoughts of them for now. They're always gonna be there. You could even write and journal it all down. Like if you really think it was magical, that was another thing. I'm like super romantic, and I tend to, like, I guess, I don't know if it's idolize, but like, put things on a pedestal and think they're better than they were or something. I romanticize things in a way of how it happened and it was so beautiful. But if you're not going to forget all these things that happened with that person. Nothing's going to change if you take a break from thinking about them. If you feel heartbroken and sad, this is really going to help boost your manifestation, and either call that person back in your life or someone that's better or the same type of love as them. So what I would suggest is, write down all the things that were amazing about them, or write down all the stuff that you just like keep replaying in your head, and then just allow yourself to move away from those thoughts and make the decision for yourself, for your well-being, to just not be dwelling and thinking on it. When you first wake up in the morning, don't think about it. Don't go into that. If you're playing music that was music that you guys liked or something, don't do that. Stop doing the stuff that just reminds you a lot of that person. Even though there's all the good of that person, it's time to find good within yourself and embody parts of them that you loved within yourself. And you're going to find, if you start switching this dynamic around, you're not like, you can always come back to this and love them as much as you want. Like, it's not going to change anything. So what I would suggest is really just like seeing what you loved in them. So like maybe they were super clean or organized, or they did something that was really awesome, like played a sport or was super active. Start embodying those traits within yourself. Start acting as if the things that maybe you love in some other people, start becoming that person yourself, and start really like honoring and living true to being able to love yourself deeper. And by doing this and focusing that attention, you're going to call them back in, or someone that is doing those things that you love, because you're now more of a vibrational match to it. So like if you're starting to be more active and stuff, well, of course there's probably more chance that you're going to go see someone out at a gym or in the park, or or someone that meets you and finds out you're active and they're super active. They're just going to be more drawn to that. They're going to be like, oh, that's amazing, like, because they care about it. So that's one other thing that you can really do for yourself, and it's going to create a whole new level of self-love, because now you're actually stepping up to become a person that that you love even deeper. And I'm trying to think what else I was thinking. Oh, and then another thing on this that's kind of hand in hand with becoming more of what you love in other people is analyze yourself and really ask yourself, would you date yourself right now? Because this is a big thing. Is like, if you're feeling super heartbroken or down in the dumps or like bummed out or all these feelings, like, would you really want to date someone that's in that state? I mean, maybe you do, but most people, I would say, like, want someone that's kind of over their past love, or they want someone who's content within themselves, that can be happy when they're left alone, that's independent a bit within their own happiness. And so that's another question to ask yourself. And if you're not quite there and you're feeling, well, no, I really wouldn't want to date myself, that's okay. Like, just be gentle with yourself and know that this is all a process to being an alchemist, to alchemizing your life, to creating it into the dream that you want it to be. And there's no rush. Everything is just one step at a time. life is supposed to be enjoyed with the journey. It's not supposed to be just work super hard to get somewhere you're happy. No, like enjoy every step of it. Like just find the glory and the joy and the happiness and the bliss in each moment that you're going through life. And that's really going to help you step up into this better self, because you're going to just be a happier person. That's another way that's going to call in love, is just really, joyfully, lovingly, just working towards becoming your ideal lover, to becoming your ideal partner that you'd want to date. And then the other thing I really wanted to talk about through this is just being super gentle on yourself, and just treating yourself as if you were like a child, or if you had a kid and it was their first heartbreak, or just giving yourself extra self-care, self-love, baths, hot tea, being really sweet to yourself, doing what you really need to do, whether it's go out dancing. Like, don't go crazy, and you can do whatever you want, but my advice would be, if you are just fresh into something, don't just go off your rocker and just start going like crazy parties, or like getting wasted, just like wanting to forget everything that's happened. I've definitely done that with my very first relationships, where I just kind of wanted to escape the whole thing. So I either just numbed myself and wouldn't leave the house, and was just like, I don't know what I was doing, but I was tapped out. Like, I was just trying to distract myself in every way possible. And then there's been other times where I've broken up and I've just been like wild child, like just out partying every night and, being a little reckless and crazy. That really doesn't resolve anything. And if anything, you're just going to meet other people that are in that kind of reckless, crazy party behavior. And that's not the best necessarily for two reckless, crazy, heartbroken lovers to come together. It doesn't usually end good. I mean, it could. You might both like heal and grow together. I'm not saying that that's also not a possibility, but it's just twice as much damaged goods and twice as much work to heal through and go through together. So just listen to your higher self and listen to your heart through this. But I feel like if you can heal the heartbreak and really embody, loving that person just for the good that they brought in your life, not feeling alone, knowing that it will come to you, it will be yours, having faith, having trust that like you are so worthy to receive all the love that you deserve, and you are so worthy to be loved. And if you can love yourself more and more, other people will be able to love you more and more as well. And that you're going to radiate that love. You're going to radiate that confidence. You're going to just have a newfound like inner glow when you can really own who you are and be honest with yourself. Be honest to whatever doesn't resonate in your heart. If you've done wrong on people, ask for forgiveness or say you're sorry. Just clear any stagnant energy with breakup or heartbreak, and you're gonna feel so much better, and you're really gonna be able to call in the love of your life, because you're just resonating at a higher frequency, which is of love. Another thing that I would do that really, I think, boosted calling in my love was just started picturing and knowing how I wanted to be talked to, what kind of conversations I wanted, like the traits I wanted in someone I would think about. But then I would almost have this sounds kind of crazy, but I would have almost these conversations while I was driving in my car, like how they would talk to me, how they would talk about like they were stoked that we both did art or we both were creative, and we would just talk about like our future together, like having our children or having our land, having like a serene, peaceful life, because these were all things that I cared about. Like, everyone's gonna have different things that they want to call into love, but if you have kind of fake conversations in your head and just imagine and picture and feel in that energy of what it feels like to really have a partner that's truly supporting you and loving you and holding you through everything, and feeling secure, and feeling on your part being loyal and having them be loyal, or whatever your relationship. 14:44 on the clock, so that's all about stability. But just like having that backbone and maybe having that stability and knowing that like everything's coming to you, the more that you can just feel into this, the more that you really play in to your ideal dream life, it's going to start to appear and come into your life. There's no other way for it to happen. But staying in the sadness, staying in the loss, staying in the poor me, staying in the I messed up, you know, you really just got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive them. You just got to let it be what it is and trust that if it's meant for you, it's going to come back to you. And I 100% mean that. And I believe wholeheartedly in all my being that everything, if you believe that it's supposed to be that way, it's going to be. Because everything that we believe, I really believe, is creating our reality. So you really have to put positive, affirming beliefs into your subconscious and really just confirm to yourself that everything's working out best case scenario. You know, and just be gentle with yourself, because heartbreak is definitely a hard one. It takes a while and it's not an overnight journey, but you can start choosing it to be more of a journey, and it choose more to not think about it and dwell on it every day, and to start empowering yourselves with these types of things. There's actually quite a few more things after I start talking about this that I did with heartbreak. So I guess if anyone wants to hear more things that I've done to heal heartbreak, you can always comment. If you like this, thumbs up or subscribe, that would be amazing. But yeah, I hope that you guys all feel all right. I'm sending so much love. You're so worthy of love and you deserve it. I know that you will have the love of your life if you just stay true and believe that you are worthy of it and you deserve it. Sending you much love. Bye bye for now.